Hi friends, my name is Bhavya Mangla. I'm again back with a very interesting topic from my book, The Power of Self-Talk. And today I'm going to talk about why do we worry and what we can do so that we can avoid the worry. Let me start with a very interesting story. This story is of a Zen who was traveling by the flight for the first time. He was enjoying his flight, it was a very long flight, and suddenly the plane started shaking here and there. And he could see that people all around were worrying. The plane was going up and down and going like that. Everyone was screaming and shouting. The Zen was also worried that what will happen, whether he will be able to reach his destination or not. When this all chaos was going on, he found there's a little girl who was just sitting relaxed, just reading some comic book. No worries what is happening around. He was very surprised and astonished that when everyone, including him, was so much worried about their life, how that girl can be so quiet and relaxed. Well, fortunately, everything turned out to be good and the plane landed safely. Everyone wanted to run out as early as possible from the plane. But this Zen was very curious to talk to that girl and to understand that how she can be so cool and composed in that circumstances. So when the Zen asked that girl that how you are so cool and calm when everyone's shaking, well, that small girl replied very quietly that my father is a pilot and he's taking back home. Well, in our life, many times it happens that we have many different storms. It can be domestic, personal, official, something different. And then when something like that happens, then our plane also goes like that. And we have got so many different kind of feelings at that time. But that is a time if we can realize and remember that the pilot is my father and he will certainly make sure that he will take me safely to the right place. Well, it has been very rightly said that worrying does not take away tomorrow's trouble, it takes away today's fears. When we talk about fear or when we talk about worry, primarily it's a story which goes in our mind. And it can be the real story or it can be the artificial story. At times it happens that we think about something whether it is real or not. Like take the example of COVID. When the first wave of COVID came, everyone was worried about that what will happen. And it resulted in hypertension, blood pressure, heart attack, and so many things. And it led to so many diseases which had nothing to do with COVID, but only because of the worry. One very interesting thing that happened is that we not only worry about ourselves, but we also worry about others. And when we see that people are not worried, we feel that why they're not worried, like our children. Well, if there's an exam time and we find that our child is relaxed and enjoying and chill, we feel that why they're not worried, why they're not so focused on their exam, why they're not thinking seriously about it. But we don't realize that by doing that, actually we are putting them in trouble. Well, it has been very rightly said that if you see in the location an equation that in case you have a problem in life, then why do you worry? Because you know you can't do about it. Now the second option is that in case there is no worry, then nothing to worry about it. The another option is that yes, there is a problem. Now there are two options. Can we do something about it? If the answer is yes, then why to worry? But if the answer is no, then again what you can do about worrying. So that brings a very interesting question that why exactly we worry? This is a very popular quote and it says that worrying is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but it does not take you anywhere. Generally, there are three key reasons that why people are worrying. The first thing is they are losing some control and then they feel that it is not good for them. The second thing is generally they are caring too much, especially the elders, the children, or someone they love. And the third Very common thing is natural. But in majority of the cases, it is being observed that somehow it becomes our nature to worry about it. Anytime it happens that our childhood was very traumatic, maybe something happened with our parents and all that, so that gives the reason that why we always worry. But then there are always some cases where it is being observed, then we have so much traumatic and so much difficult childhood, then we also feel that why they we need to worry, because we have seen already too much. So it's important to understand that by worrying, things are not going to solve, and it is going to create something more in our life. So, the common symptoms when we talk about worrying, first we can see that when someone is pressing the lift continuously till the time lift comes, that's an indicator that yes, you are worrying a lot. Then many times it is being seen that when you are driving and you have to reach early and then you're honking, so that's an indicator that you are in worry. And many times it is being seen that if you have to give some interview or do some presentation, so prior to that, either you cannot sleep or you are not able to eat properly. Well, Sant Kabir has said a very nice thing. As per him, worry is such a thief that it eats one's heart. What the doctor can do, what remedy to impart. So that brings another important question, that should we keep worrying or should we have some better option to think about it? Well, you must have seen that there are people who are not worried about anything, irrespective of anything what is happening in their life. But that does not mean that they should not be careful or particular about what they need to do. Certainly, they should be focused on what they want to do. But at times, it is being seen that people are worried without any reason, without any purpose, and then that creates a lot of problem. Many times, it is also being seen that we are more worried because we want to control other people, and when we are trying to control other people and when they are not in our control, at that time it also leads to a lot of worry. You must have seen that we are always trying to control other people, but then we also know that it's extremely difficult to control others. The only person who can be controlled is you. In the road rage, you must have seen that, well, then two vehicles clash, the people will come out, they will fight, shout, and at times someone can shoot also, without realizing that whatever they are doing, is it serving any purpose or is it creating more problems for them? Well, Shri Ravi Shankar has said a very, very interesting thing. As per him, there is nothing to worry about. There will be tough times, nice times, good times, and bad times. They all come in life and go. Nothing stays. So that brings a very important and the last part, that what we can do to take care of the worry. So there are generally three key ways if we can implement in our life, we can make sure that we can make our life peaceful. The first and the foremost is to ask this question, that whether I'm analyzing my worries. And when I'm analyzing my worries, we need to ask another two questions. The first question is what I'm worried about, and the second thing is what can I do about it. And when we think about the actions, we become less and less worried. Try this and you will find that 90% of your problems will be solved by that. The second thing is think about the worst scenario, that what is the worst can happen, and if that happens, what I can do at that particular situation. Once we think about that, that is another way that whatever remaining 10% is there, we can take care with respect to that worry. And the third and the most important thing, which can take care of anything and everything, is that if we can always have gratitude, if we are always aware about what is happening around us, and if we can keep our mind silent, that can make our life much simpler and easier, and we can live a peaceful life without worrying either about ourselves or about others. Well, Dale Carnegie, from his book, has said a very, very interesting thing in this situation. As per him, the best possible way to prepare for tomorrow is to concentrate with all your intelligence, all your enthusiasm on doing today's work superbly today. That is the only possible way that you can prepare for the future. Well, I am challenging myself every day, making myself better. Yes, I do worry, but then I challenge that how can I be quiet and relax and do my things without being worried. Sometimes I'm successful, sometimes I'm not, but I'm challenging myself every day. What you are doing, I'm waiting for your feedback. Thank you.